Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the concept of indices. Now before we move on to this chapter, let me tell you this chapter is also known as exponents. So if you want to score good marks in this chapter, what you need to do is you need to apply the laws of indices properly. Now let's move on to this chapter. Firstly, you need to have an idea about what an index number is. Now, what is an index number? Index number is nothing but a number that is raised to the power of another number. For example, let's consider 2 to the power 3. This means 3 times 2, that is 2 into 2 into 2, which is equal to 8. Okay. Here in this expression 2 to the power 3, 2 is the base and 3 is the index or exponent. Okay. Now before starting this chapter, I have already said you that in order to get a good marks, you need to apply the rules of indices. Now the question arises, where will you apply these rules of indices? Means anywhere you just simply cannot apply the rules of indices, right? So before applying, you need to know about the applicability of the rules of indices. Now you can apply the rules of indices only when the bases are equal. That is, let us consider, just take an example. Let us consider two expressions, that is 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 5. See, here the bases are same, both are 2. Here you can apply the rules. However, if we consider another set of expressions like 5 to the power 3 and 7 to the power 2. See, the bases are different. One is 5 and another is 7. Since the bases are not equal or bases are not same, you cannot apply the rules of indices. Why? Because the bases are not same. I hope it's clear. Now we will move on to the laws of indices. Before dealing with this part, let me say you there are total 9 laws of indices. Okay, we will see each one by one. Now, the first law or the first rule says any base to the power 0, any base to the power 0 is equal to 1. Okay. Now let us take an example. 2 to the power 0 will be 1. Similarly, 5 to the power 0 will be 1 and so on. So the first law is very simple. What it says is that any base to the power 0 is always 1. Okay. Now, considering the second law, we come to know that any base to the power 1 will be equal to the base itself. Okay, let me repeat. Any base to the power 1 will be equal to that base itself. For example, let us consider 5 to the power 1 will be the base itself, that is 5 in this example. Okay. Similarly, 7 raised to the power 1 will be equal to 7 itself. Okay. I hope there is no doubt till now. So let's proceed to rule number 3. Rule number 3 says any base raised to a negative power will be the inverse or reciprocal of the expression, avoiding the negative sign. Okay. Kindly pay attention. Any base raised to the power of a negative index will be reverse or reciprocal of the expression, avoiding the negative sign. See, Here it's to the power minus m, and this is equal to 1 by x to the power m. Kindly note, it's not equal to 1 by x to the power minus m. Okay. Now let me demonstrate this with an example. 5 to the power minus 2 will be equal to reciprocal of this expression, avoiding the negative sign in the index. So this is going to be 1 by 5 to the power 2. Note, here we are not using the negative sign before 2. Okay. Similarly, 6 to the power minus 3 will be 1 by 6 to the power 3. Now, in this context, let me say you, for 1 by x to the power minus m will be x to the power m. Now, let me verify this with an example. Let's take 1 by 3 to the power minus 2. Okay. So this is supposed to be 3 to the power 2. Now let me prove this. See, 1 by 3 to the power minus 2 means 1 divided by 3 to the power minus 2, right? Now this means 1 divided by 1 by 3 to the power 2, right? This thing we have learnt just now. Okay. Now this means 1, this division sign changes into multiplication and this becomes the reciprocal, right? This means 1 into 3 to the power 2, and we all know that 1 into 3 to the power 2 is 3 to the power 2. Hence, this is proven that 1 by x to the power minus m will be x to the power m. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's make a box of the formulas. Okay. This is formula number 1. This is formula number 2. This is formula number 3. And this is also a part of formula number 3. Okay. I hope it's clear till now. So let's move on to the rule number 4. Rule 4 says, when the bases are same and we need to find a product of the bases with different exponents, like x to the power m into x to the power n is equal to x to the power sum of the exponents. Okay, that is m plus n. Let me repeat. When you have to find out the product of the same bases but carrying different exponents, the thing what you need to do is that base to the power summation of the given exponents. Okay. Now this is a formula and let's demonstrate it with an example. Before we move on to the example, let me box this formula. Now let's take a common base, say 4. Example, it's 4 to the power 2 into 4 to the power 5. So answer will be 4 to the power 2 plus 5, that is 4 to the power 7. Let me repeat once more. The bases need to be same. However, the exponents may or may not be same. Okay, exponents can be, you can take same exponent also, 4 to the power 2 into 4 to the power 2. Then in this case, it will be 4 to the power 2 plus 2, that is 4 to the power 4. I hope it's clear. Okay. Now let's move on to the fifth rule, which says x to the power m divided by x to the power n will be x to the power m minus n. Again you note that the bases are same. Okay, both are x to the power m, x to the power n. Let me remind you, the rules of indices are applicable only when the bases are same. Okay, in this case it will be x to the power difference of the exponents, that is m minus n. Now let me take one example. 6 to the power 7 by 6 to the power 5. Now this should be 6 to the power 7 minus 5, that is 6 to the power 2. I hope it's clear. Okay. Now let's move on to the next rule, which is number 6. Okay. This rule states that x to the power m bracket to the power n will be x to the power m into n, which is equal to x to the power mn. Okay, let me repeat. X to the power m bracket to the power n will be the product of the exponents, that is x to the power, that is base to the power product of the exponents, that is m into n, which is x to the power mn. Let us consider one example. 4 to the power 3 into 4 to the power 5. This means 4 to the power 3 into 5, that is 4 to the power 15. Okay. Okay. I hope it's clear till now. Okay. This chapter is very simple. I have said you earlier also, what you need to do is you need to learn these rules very minutely, not only mug up but understand. It's very much important to understand rather than mugging it up. So now let's see what the seventh rule says. The seventh rule says when the indices are same but bases are different. Okay, like a by b to the power m. What I said, indices are same but bases are different. So what will be the answer? I have said you, rules of indices are applicable only when the bases are same. However, in this expression we can see bases are not same, right? So what will be the formula for this? A by b whole to the power m would be a to the power m by b to the power n. It's nothing, simply we are segregating the numerator and the denominator by raising it to the common power, right? So let me box this first. Like, let's take one example. 6 by 5 to the power 3. See, the bases are not equal, right? So in this case we can write it 6 to the power 3 by 5 to the power 3. It's simple. Hope you understand. Okay. Now let's take the eighth rule. Let me say you, this rule is very, very, very important. N to the power x means x to the power 1 by n. Okay. Let me say you that this formula is very, very, very important, and let me put one star mark in this. Okay. N to the power x, n square root of x means x to the power 1 by n. Now this will be square root only if it's for example 2 root x. This means x to the power 1 by 2. In this case it would be square root. However, if it's a different number like 3, that is cube root of x, will be x to the power 1 by 3. Similarly, 4 root x will be x to the power 1 by 4, and so on. I hope you have understood this. Okay. Now the ninth rule is also very, very, very important. It's x to the power m by n. Now you can arrange this as n root x to the power m. Okay. Let me mark this. This is also another important formula of this chapter. So learn these two formulas or understand these two formulas very minutely. X to the power m minus n. This you can write as x to the power m by n. This you can write as x to the power m into 1 by n, right? Now what I said, 1 by n. In this earlier formula you have seen x to the power 1 by n means n root x. So you can write n root x to the power m. I hope it's clear. Let's consider one example in this. It's let's take 125, okay, to the power 2 by 3. 125 to the power 2 by 3. This means 125 raised to the power 2 into 1 by 3, right? Now this 125 raised to the power 2 into 1 by 3 means this 1 by 3 you can write as cube root of 125, right? 125 to the power 2. I hope it's clear. Let me say you once again, 125 to the power 2 by 3. This you can write as 125 to the power 2 into 1 by 3, right? Now applying the above formula, see, base to the power 1 by n means n root base. So here base is 125 and index is 2 into 1 by 3. Now this 1 by 3 can be written as 3 root 125 raised to the power 2, right? This means 125 into raised to the power 2 by 3. This means 125 is the cube of 5, right? 125 can be written as 5 cube into 2 by 3. Now this 3 cancels and this will be 5 to the power 2, that is 25. I hope the concept of indices is clear by the end of this chapter, right? So if you want me to practice numerals for you, then kindly comment in the comment section. Okay? Bye-bye. Enjoy.